Hello there, friends. It's Mr. Matt here with your Sunday school lesson for a brand new month. We've finished our conversations from last month, and so we're starting a new chapter. And this chapter, we're going to be talking about tilapia and pretzel rolls. Wait, that doesn't sound right. It was tilapia, no. It was fish and rolls. No, fish and bread. Oh, right. We're talking about the loaves and fishes of the feeding of the 5,000. The loaves and the fishes. So, since we're starting a new month, I'm just going to focus on the story for today, for today's lesson. Now, Jesus had been teaching for a while now. And people had started to know about him. They'd started to know that he was a great teacher. And they'd heard stories that he was also a healer and that he might even be doing some strange and wonderful things. So he had this reputation starting. And wherever Jesus went, people would come. And if they heard that he was nearby, they would seek him out, so that they could hear what this person, Jesus, was going to say and see what he might do. So one time, Jesus has been teaching, and he's moving through the countryside, and he's coming into a new area, and these crowds of people who were already getting ready to gather for a Passover, they stop and they hear that Jesus is nearby, so they start moving toward him. And all of these people are coming toward Jesus to hear him teach. And at one point, he looks over at the disciple Philip, who was from nearby in that area, and he says, Philip, where are we going to get something to feed all of these people? And Philip sees the crowd that's gathering, and he looks at Jesus and he says, even if we had a bunch of money, there is nowhere for us to buy food to feed this crowd. And another one of the disciples, they are sort of talking to the people that are nearby, and he says, Jesus, the only person that seems to have anything is this young boy, and all he has is 5 loaves and 2 fish. That's certainly not going to be enough to feed this crowd. And Jesus says, well, bring that basket, bring those 5 loaves and those 2 fish here. And he has everyone sit down. And then Jesus says a prayer over the bread and over the fish. And he begins to take it and pass it out among the people that are sitting around. And people take something out of that basket and they pass it over to the next person and to the next person and to the next person. And people are, taking a fish or taking some bread or maybe a little bit of both. Maybe they want to make a fish sandwich. I don't know. But what we find in this story is that after the food has been passed out to everyone, and everyone has eaten their fill, has eaten as much as they want to eat. Everyone has a nice full tummy. And when that's done, Jesus tells the disciples, okay, now take a couple of extra baskets and go around and gather up whatever is left so that nothing will go to waste. And much to everyone's surprise, when the disciples are done gathering the extra, they have 12 baskets of food extra. And this is after 5,000 men and an unknown number of women and children who were there have all been fed and have all had their fill. Just from that starting out basket of 5 loaves and 2 fish. This is a miracle. It's called the miracle of the feeding of the 5,000. And it's a time where we see Jesus just taking care of the basic needs of people, making sure that people don't go hungry so that they are able to hear and remember his words. Now, the people see all of this and they start talking amongst themselves and they're like, well, surely this man is a prophet that he's able to do such things. And he's a great person. We should make him the king. He should be our leader. And as this starts to filter through the crowd, Jesus pulls back and he heads up and walks away and goes up to the mountain because he knows he's not there to do that job. He's there to share God's message with the people, and he's got a bigger mission to do. But it starts to show that people are responding to Jesus. Not just the fact that they fed him, but his words and his teaching and what he's telling people about how they should live is starting to sound good in people's hearts and in their minds. And they're starting to think, maybe this Jesus knows something that we should know, and maybe we should do what he's telling us to do. So that's the story surrounding the feeding of the 5,000, also known as the story of tilapia and pretzel rolls, or the loaves and fishes as it is in the Bible. So we're going to look at this story this month. We're going to take little parts of it each week as we do. And each week we will also have an activity video. So I hope you enjoyed the story for today. And if you click over and get the activity video, we have a little game planned that might help you to remember the story even better. All right. I hope you all have a great week. Until next time, take care of yourselves. All right. Bye-bye for now.